First of all, Dale, thank you very much for those kind words. Had my mother not passed away 4 years ago, I would have thought that she was the one who scripted that. So, thank you very much. Chancellor Peterson, Dr. Naylor, faculty members, and of course graduates, along with your proud families and friends. What a pleasure it is for me to share this special day with all of you. In my mind, it doesn't seem that long ago that I was sitting at my graduation ceremony at Cornell University. Unlike my mind, though, my body tells me it was 45 years ago. So I am both blessed and humbled to accept a Doctor of Laws here at the esteemed St. Michael's College. St. Michael's has a long and storied history. Starting in 1852 with just 8 students in its first class, it has provided outstanding post-secondary education to over 50,000 men and women. Among them are 2 great friends of mine, the Honorable Paul Martin and Tony Comper. How wonderful now to be part of their alma mater. The University of Toronto is an extraordinary institution, renowned around the globe for both research and academia. Countless great leaders in business, science, education, and politics are connected to this remarkable school. This is a place where many change makers who have had an enormous impact on our city, our country, and our world first imagined they could make a difference. Counted among them are some of the people who have been my biggest influences. And certainly the biggest influence in my life, my family, are here today celebrating with me. My wife Judy, our children, and our grandchildren. I did not get here alone, nor did any of you. So graduates, I would like you to join with me in saying thank you to all of our families who are here and those who aren't here, all who have provided the support, encouragement, and inspiration needed along the way to bring us to this day. I considered what lessons from my own experience I could share with you today. It can be summed up as P3s. Some might know this acronym to mean public-private partnerships. Well, in part, it is. Let me explain. The P3s I'm speaking about are passion, persistence, and indeed, partnerships. I will start with passion. Love what you do. If you are true to yourself and those around you, you will, as Steve Jobs said, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Passion is all about heart. My love of sports and business started with a passion to build. Building roads and bridges, subways in Venezuela, dams in Kenya, and today, building the Pan Am Village to house 10,000 athletes for Toronto's 2015 Pan Am Games, or building and operating the new en route travel centers across this great province, is all about the passion to create infrastructure that links our societies one to the other, links individuals to society. The passion for sports brings a whole new meaning to the word passion. We all feel it when we cheer on our favorite team. The passion moves you to joy or pain with every win or loss. I will always remember ABC's Wide World of Sport portraying the joy of victory, the agony of defeat. In my position as an owner and chairman of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, I live my passion. Passion drives me to succeed. A Stanley Cup, and NBA and Major League Soccer trophies are in Toronto's future. And that I promise. Love to succeed in all that you do. It doesn't have to be business. Raising a family, outreaching to your community, no matter what it is you do it with heart, do it with passion. Love what you do or don't do it. The second P is persistence. And know that with persistence, you must have patience. When we talk about persistence, we mean perseverance, a stick-with-it attitude. I have for many years co-chaired the Samuel Lunenfeld Research Institute at Mount Sinai Hospital. The basic and translational research that emanates from this institute is among the best in the world. What strikes me about basic and clinical research is that these researchers, working tirelessly, fail more often than they succeed. Success comes only after years, sometimes decades, of failed experiments, erroneous assumptions, or changing informatics. Yet these researchers at our research institutes are persistent, they are resolute in their perseverance and dedication to making that discovery that will ultimately help to change the boundaries of knowledge and understanding for human well-being. Persistence does pay off, but the results must be measured in a time frame few of us are either willing or allowed to accept. With quarterly results to be published for our public business units, or instant gratification from numerous entertainment and media sources, we are not given the time or take the time to put results in perspective of the whole. Let me give you an example. When I was approached in 1990 to move the Denver Nuggets NBA franchise to Toronto, if we were to build a new arena, I became intrigued with the prospect of Toronto having an NBA team. But I failed 4 times in the quest to bring a team to Toronto before my Palestra group convinced the NBA in 1993 to call for an expansion team in Toronto. I also lost that competition because our plans called for hockey and basketball to be playing in the same arena. We knew this to be the right result for the economic health of both sports. However, it wasn't until 1999 that my dream of having an NBA team playing together with our NHL team in our brand new Air Canada Centre was fulfilled. It took persistence to get the NBA to focus on Toronto. It took perspective to judge what it meant to be successful in bringing a team to Toronto. And ultimately, it took patience to wait for that opportunity you knew would lead us to what has been the success of a single home for our Leaf and Raptor teams. Persistence takes time to allow results to materialize. Unrealistic timelines and the act of confusing activity for productivity have been the downfall of many great ideas and projects. Before I move on to the third leg of our success stool, let me relate one more story about persistence. This is about a gentleman who I know, respect, and have dealt with in the sports business. This man, after college graduation, had a singular mission: to be part of the National Football League head office. Over the next number of years, he sent 40 letters to the NFL office seeking employment. He got 40 rejections. Today, this man, Roger Goodell, is commissioner of the National Football League. Now, how's that for persistence? The third leg of our stool is partnerships. You can make a difference through partnerships. Understanding, building, maintaining partnerships has been, for me, the most important part of my success story. Let me start with my family as a partnership. My wife of 47 years is my life partner. Together, we have built a family of loving, committed, educated, and spectacular children and grandchildren. We have made this partnership a priority in our lives. In business and sports, the active partnership is a key driver in building for success. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, En Route Travel Centers, Pan Am Village in the Canary District, Kilmer Capital, Kilmer Brownfields, all rely on committed, strategic partnerships. When Brian Burke, Brian Colangelo, and Tom Anselmi are building our teams, they are doing it with the strength of partnerships in mind. For our players, 3 types of partnerships are formed: partnerships with each other, partnership with our fans, and partnerships with our community. From a charitable point of view, there is nothing more rewarding in life than to make a contribution to something bigger than yourself. One of the tenets of my faith that I feel very strongly about is what we call in Hebrew, tikkun olam, a directive to repair the world. It is our duty to help make the world around us a better place. By creating partnerships, Judy and I have had the good fortune of being able to give back to our community and our country in a very meaningful way. Let me tell you about 4 such partnerships. We have formed a partnership with my friend and St. Michael's graduate, former Prime Minister Paul Martin, to build the Martin Aboriginal Initiative. I, along with Paul, was horrified to find on a visit a few years ago to White Dog Reserve. Now, White Dog is 150 kilometers northwest of Kenora, that right here in Canada, in the 21st century, there are children who will never have the chance to make it past grade 6. You only need to see the lack of resources on many remote reserves to understand why a few out-of-date computers, old and torn shared textbooks, are commonplace. The teachers, all of them heroes in my view, operate with little other than their passion to encourage education as a tool for change. They soldier on despite what seems like inevitable odds. Many young First Nations children in Canada are in almost an impossible situation with any chance of success as remote as the reserve itself. With our partnership with Paul, we are now teaching teachers how to teach Aboriginal children. We are lobbying government for equal funding for our reserve schools. We will and are making a difference with this partnership. Another partnership Judy and I have formed is with the Ontario government and Right to Play. Right to Play is now in 33 Ontario Aboriginal communities, working to create a sport and play-based program with an educational curriculum which builds on the strength of Aboriginal youth and their communities, while supporting the value of culture and identity. A third such initiative has been our partnership in collaboration with the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health. It was another great Canadian, gentleman here, incoming U of T Chancellor Michael Wilson, who first exposed me to the lack of support for mental health issues that affect almost every Canadian in some way. In response to personal tragedy, Michael courageously became a champion for people with mental illness and worked hard to generate awareness across this country. We've come a long way, but there is still much to do. It is because of pioneers in this area, like your incoming Chancellor, that lives are being changed and saved. Our family's partnership with CAMH, along with the Government of Ontario, is to fund leading-edge research in pharmacogenetics. Bringing pharmacology and genetics together now allows all those suffering from mental illness to receive personalized medication that will be effective and not toxic to the individual. The fourth and final example is a remarkable undertaking right here at your U of T, where our family is supporting an academic partnership to build one of the finest centers for Jewish studies in the world, built on the collaborative model of Professor Hindi Naiman and currently being led by Jeff Kopstein, under the direction of Dean Gertler and the advancement team led by David Palmer. Here, by integrating the study of Jewish thought, text, and history with disciplines as diverse as law, philosophy, and art, the university, through this partnership, is advancing mutual understanding to fulfill the promise of our multicultural and pluralist Canada. In closing, your name is who you are. It is your past and it is your future. Only you can maintain the integrity in your name. Do so with wisdom and humility. And when you hear your name called to accept your degree, be proud. And think about the others who are here today who are also so proud of you. Then remember this moment and carry it with you as you make your decisions in life. Graduates, you should all feel tremendous pride to be graduating from this esteemed college at U of T, joining so many remarkable Canadians who've come before you. This is your day. The next chapter is already unfolding for you, handing you the opportunity to be a change maker in some way. May you accept that opportunity so that as you tell your own story, you too can use the P3s: passion, persistence, and partnership. Always looking for ways to make a difference wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Good luck to you all, and congratulations. Thank you.